Hi, welcome to Wealth Mill Securities Weekly Market Wrap. Last week, markets witnessed a choppy week across the globe. Indian markets were also choppy, and US markets are very choppy during this week. While coming to the FII activity in India, last week FIIs were moderately net buyers throughout the week, whereas the domestic institutional investors were the net sellers throughout the week. If we observe the data across the globe, it can be in India or it can be European markets and US markets. What we are observing is the retail investor flows have been across the continents, across the markets. The retail flows have been going up. The retail participation in the markets, as per the data, the retail participation is going up. The main reason for this retail participation, broad-based retail participation across the equity universe, across the globe, the main reason is because of the interest rates across the globe, either negative or historically low, that led the fund flows to come into equity markets for the buying of equity stocks across the globe. In India, while coming to the interest rates and monetary policy, which was announced by the MPC committee during last week, the MPC kept the interest rates as a status quo. There is no change in the key monetary parameters. The Reserve Bank of India, that is Central Bank of India, always historically, our central bank in India, they have a tendency always keeping the key parameters at a moderate high levels, even though the global economy witnessing either negative interest rates or historical low interest rates, whereas Indian central bank have a tendency to keep the key interest rates levels at par with the inflation, and the prime objective of Indian central bank is keep the inflation under control at a very comfortable level. But in the Monetary Policy Committee, Reserve Bank of India, they mentioned they are going to be accommodative in the days to come. Means we can expect some kind of rate cut going ahead with the data, the GDP data and the inflation data that's going to come. Might be in the coming monetary policies, they might reduce the interest rates, but always Indian Reserve Bank is concerned, they are very conservative. They are not like West going towards very aggressive rate cuts. They maintained status quo. This is known, and I am categorically telling, even the bankers and other people say it's a very good monetary policy. Reserve Bank have done a good job, because they are always tight-lipped and they cannot open their mouth against the central bank in India. But our central bank, during the conditions at present, because it is extraordinary conditions and unusual conditions in India, they would have went and reduced the key parameters some extent. At least they would have reduced moderately. Comparing the global monetary policies are concerned, they would have went up and taken some kind of rate cuts, some kind of easing towards the system. But this has been historically, our Indian central bankers are very conservative in terms of maintaining the key levels. As per the market is concerned, last week there is a mixed recovery in terms of the stock specific action is concerned. A lot of activity is happening, a lot of accumulation is happening in mid cap stocks especially. We mentioned about a company by name Delta Corp. I request all our viewers, just go and click the 20th weekly market brief, what we mentioned about Delta Corp and why we are interested in Delta Corp. Because it's a gaming business. It is the company is into casino and online gaming business at present. I have been tracking this stock from past nearly 16 years when the stock was Arrow Webtex. Of course, that is one of my personal multi-bagger when I was directly investing in equity markets as an individual investor. Right now, the stock, because of the COVID, the stock has corrected to nearly 55 levels. But as you all aware, all the travel and tourism, the leisure industry is closed. As the stock has been trading at at its book values. We are interested in this stock, and we are waiting for the certain levels, because the levels we want to see some moderation in terms of the levels is concerned. In stock market, always we need to observe two parameters, and always when we say bulls and bears, always there will be a balance between the value of particular stock and the price of that particular stock. When we have to define the value of the stock is the intrinsic value. It is the cash flows of the company, balance sheet of the company. It gives the value of the company. It represents the value of the company. While coming to the price of any particular stock, price is by and large is the demand and supply for that particular stock. The determinant of the price is the demand and supply for that particular stock. One of the key value investors says God only knows the demand and supply, but always there is a clear-cut differentiation between the price and the value. Price is determined by the demand and supply for that particular stock, and the price is market anticipation, speculation, and also assumption and future earnings of the particular stock. If the cash flows could able to match the price that is paid by the market, and also in the same point of time if the value matches the price of that particular stock, it is fair value. Sometimes the prices what we pay will be ahead of the value of that particular stock. It creates a bubble kind of situation if the valuation of that particular stock, the earnings of that particular stock is not able to catch the price of that particular stock. The right point to enter into any stock is when the valuation is lesser than the price of that particular stock. So this always there will be a challenge between the price and the value. As an investor, we need to see and we need to calculate what is the price we are paying for this particular stock. Are we paying the right price, or the stock is available at a price less than the value, or we are paying a high price for that particular stock right now? If we observe the pharmaceutical companies or the pharma index, last 6 months the pharma index was up by nearly 50%. There are many stocks in the pharma index, either they multiplied or they given 100% return. So we need to see how these stock valuations and how the stock future earnings will match the value of that particular stocks. While coming to the history, how the price and value creates a multi-bagger kind of return to the investors, if we observe, there is always a mismatch between the value and the price in shorter term, but in the longer term the value and the price matches. Depends upon the sector, depends upon the future earnings and the sustainability of earnings of that particular stock. For example, if we observe from 2000 to 2010, the stocks which are in real estate, particularly the stocks which are into capital goods, they were creating value, and they were creating the price for that particular stocks are also going up. For example, if you see from 2000 to 2010, during the 10-year span, the highest wealth created to the investors was created by, particularly they were the real estate stocks. Just to mention, Unitech, the stock which was trading today at a single digit price, and the stock which got butchered and battered during 2000 to 2010, if you see during the decade, this stock have created humongous wealth to the investors. For example, if you invested 1 lakh rupees, it would have been 5.86 crores. That is the kind of wealth it created. But of late, after 2010, that stock got battered and butchered. And also many of the capital goods companies, stocks like ABB and Siemens, these stocks were the wealth creating stocks during that phase. And from 2010 to 2020, the main the focus of the market was with the financial sector. Stocks like HDFC Bank and many financial stocks like NBFC stocks, they given stocks like Bajaj Finserv, these kind of universe of stocks have given very good return. As I was mentioning last week, every decade there will be one winning sector. As an investor, when we want to identify a wealth creation story or a multi-bagger story, from a winning sector, one or couple of stocks will emerge as a wealth creating stocks. So currently, due to COVID and US FDA regulations, the softening of US FDA regulations, we are seeing a fabulous rally in pharma sector. So I'm sure if the rally is going to continue in pharmaceutical sector, at least next couple of years, there will be some stocks which will be the match winners. So we are in the process of identifying. Of course, we identified certain stocks. We are just trying to do a valuation math for these stocks, because always the entry level for these kind of stocks is very important when you want to create wealth. Because if there is any big mismatch between the value and the price what we pay for this particular stocks, and if the stock could not able to deliver the future earnings, it's going to be a disaster story. So we are optimistic and we are cautiously finding these stocks. For example, as I mentioned, Delta Corp, for example, we were waiting for a correction in this particular stock because all the gaming and leisure stocks are not doing anything. They are closed. Their cash flows are absolutely zero for at least last 2 quarters. But as we identified this stock, as the stock is trading less than its value, the price is at par value or less than the value. After we mentioned this stock on 20th June, last 3 weeks, this stock has rallied nearly 30%. So this kind of valuation mismatch is happening in the market. Because the reason is they're going to come up with a 60,000 square feet gaming zone in the state of Daman, in the city of Daman. So what market is trying to do is it's trying to discount the future earnings of that particular stock. It's a beautiful company. We like the management of the company because of the lockdowns, what's going on in the sector. We are waiting for a right price, but some big fund or some big investor is paying the premium for that particular stock and they are buying. So these are the times we need to be very cautious. Sometimes not participating in the stock market also make you to lose wealth. As after the humongous rally, stupendous rally in the markets post 23rd March, everybody waiting, nothing is going to happen in this world. The stocks are going to battered, stocks are not going to deliver anything. There are many investors, they have not participated. But being one of the chief danger in the market is not participating, and being so much conservative also create the destruction in the wealth. As one of the iconic investor, Peter Lynch, rightly defined, there was more money lost waiting for the corrections rather than participating in the corrections of the market. So the humongous rally that's happening in the market on a regular basis, making the conservative investors to lose the value. I'm not here to make them to jump in the stock market and invest, but try to invest in a staggered manner and try to participate in the sustainable stock models. I educate all our investors. Start participating in the rally that's happening in the market. Start with a 10% of your capital and try to infuse the money in a staggered manner, irrespective of the market levels. And also, we expect a rally in auto stocks, especially the passenger vehicles, and also there will be a rally in auto ancillary and auto accessory stocks, the OEMs. There will be a rally in this stock, and I was kept on telling buy the stocks like Maruti Suzuki on dips, and try to buy the stocks like Motherson Sumi, and there are a whole host of auto auxiliary companies. Try and understand the business model and try to buy those companies at dip, and these are the stocks that are going to give fabulous returns in the days to come, because post COVID era there will be a humongous demand for the passenger utility vehicles and also the OEMs for these passenger utility vehicles across the globe. This is what I have this week. Please do take care about your health. Thank you.